Yeah, I had to cut it off for you. You can hear it now. Yeah. Yeah, just 1 second, okay?
Welcome to Creative Emotions podcast, where you're going to get this information, this encouragement, this motivation, and transparency. What's up? This is a live show, so you guys can call in at 1248-854. You can call in 1248-854-9850. This is a live show. Today we have a special guest, Miss AJ in the building. Give it up for her. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining me. How are we doing?
Oh my God. Oh, we getting calls.
Like, what's going on?
Thank you for having me. First off, I really appreciate this. This is a good look, a good thing.
Yeah.
The vibes, everything.
That's what's up. I welcome you to the show. Again, we are talking about investing in your body. What does investing in your body look like? And so when you think about your health, your immune system will become more stronger, allowing your body to fight off germs and different things that, that we're faced with every day. Right now we have these different things. We got the monkeypox, everything else, the COVID, the
whatever else they putting out there.
All these different things. So of course we have to eat things and drink a lot of water to keep our immune systems okay. Now we're not saying that, we're experts today, but we are just bringing this information. So this will be one more thing you can add to the bucket of just becoming the better version of yourself. So investing in your body does not determine whether or not you're going to leave this earth right now. So this is not what we're saying. We're not saying once you do certain things, then, I'm not going to die. Like that's inevitable for all of us. But while we're here, it is important for us to do our due diligence, do what we need to do so that, we can stay around a little longer for our family and friends or give ourselves a chance to. So that's what this is about. It is an indicator that you are grateful and intentional about your body when you make these necessary steps and changes to, just becoming your better version. Again, if you are just joining, we are talking about investing in your body. Let me make sure my phone is off. It always do that. But we're talking about investing. So it's important to get your regular recommended checkups when it comes to your family history, mammograms, colon checks. If you're overweight, there are checks for literally every age. And so we want to just be mindful that we're doing our due diligence, to handle our business. So it's not just the food, it's not just exercise, but with anything, we must be consistent. Being consistent now will help us get to whatever it is that we're looking for, whatever goal it is, whatever is out there. Being consistent will help with that. And so when you think about that in terms of investing in your body, when you're consistent, you'll get your desired results. So I want you guys to just be mindful of that today. Be mindful. You have the control. You have the power. It's really up to us to take that necessary step. Like, I'm tired of being sick and tired. And when you do that, you're going to get your desired results. So I just want you to be encouraged in that. Don't be too hard on yourself. A lot of times we're really, hard on ourselves, but how often do we make resolutions and we go back on things we promised ourselves or what we tell the world? We want to put everything on Facebook. I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. And sometimes you disappoint yourself and you sabotage your growth or where it is you could be when we do that, when we overshare or when we make these commitments that, mentally we haven't lined up with. So I want you guys to be, encouraged with that. the groups we join, the money we spend to start something great for our bodies, but sometimes we don't follow through. And so this is just a reminder. This is a real quick reminder that investing in your body is something that we have to, look into. So what if sickness just invades your body and try to take over, leaving you sickly? There will be some investments that you'll have to make in your body, and we would surely have to take care of that. So my guest today went through just that, and we will take a look into invest in your body, and hopefully it encourages you to, start looking at what you're doing and how you can do things better, just where you are in your lane. Never comparing yourself, never looking at somebody else like, oh, they did it this way. That's not what this is. We're here just to encourage you. And sometimes when when you're kind to yourself and you really look at how far you've come, you'll be a little bit more patient. So I want to talk about why I chose to interview you. Because I know when I was like, hey, I want to interview you, like, what? What do you mean? Why? You're awesome and amazing. Let's start there.
Thank you.
Let's start there. But I chose to interview you because when I first met you, we had a few words, and then you pulled your shirt down and said, I'm a cancer survivor. And I was just like, well, okay then. I just want to break out right then and there. Well, listen, I'm here for it. And so that excitement, that liveliness that was in your eyes is what was like, I want to talk to her about that. I want to know her story. And so when we live like that, and when we live like that with our faith and everything else, people are inclined to be like, I want to know her. I want to see what that's about. And so I want you to, tell the people why that was in your introduction and who you are. You look at the green.
I don't know if something was said that we were on a conversation, or I just blurted that out of nowhere.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it, though.
I don't know, but I don't know, just whatever our conversation was, I really can't remember, but I do tend to share that with people.
Yeah, that's sometimes. What I'm saying. So, what is your motivation with that? When that comes in a conversation, listen, because that's how it came. I love it, though. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I think it's just because it's a part of me. It's something I went through. It's who I am.
Yeah.
So being who I am is I'm transparent, period, with people. I don't have it's no secrets or I'm trying to be something I'm not.
Yeah.
I think,
For sure.
I'm who I am, and it's a part of me. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Nothing wrong with that. I know I was like, okay, I need to really know this story, because it's like I survived. That's how I looked at it. When you was like, look, I'm like, that's survival. That's like I'm here.
Well, it's a badge of honor. It is.
Yeah.
Because of where I come from and what I went through, and then just the all around situation of it is because people equate it with death.
That's
not
true.
Always that.
That's true. It's like when you go through something that may be detrimental or what they will call, a death sentence, it is not. So I just tell people, be patient, be kind with yourself. But, these are the type of stories, when I seen that, when I said, I want to talk to her, these are the type of stories that will empower you, not just inspire, but empower, because then you don't want to take the necessary steps, okay, what it is that I need to do. So I just want you to tell the audience a little bit about Miss AJ.
Okay. AJ is a stage 3 colon cancer survivor, you guys.
Give it up for AJ.
Man, I felt like at the time when I found out, I had to be strong for everybody around me because people were breaking down.
Wow.
Family, friends, just people that have been around me all my life.
Yeah.
And when they heard it, they were like, oh my God,
she about to go. They about to call everybody over.
The funeral's gonna go down. I just want y'all to party.
Lord.
But it was really, I think for me, the really, the thing that stuck out with me about it is why I really had to change my mindset and get strong and be ready to fight this battle was because at the time my son was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And when he heard his mom had cancer, because I'm all he all I got.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, I looked at him, and these were my words, and I'm a jokester for real, but I looked at him, I said, your mom ain't going nowhere.
Period.
I was like, boy, we got it.
Period. You better speak that
But all
thing.
along, you know, I had
That's
a
what
little
it's
doubt,
about.
but I wasn't supposed to have doubts. So I had to go into my spiritual class.
I mean, yeah, but you
Okay.
gotta be human with it and
Right,
just kind of
right.
feel what you feel and then be like, what the words say.
Man, I mean, I was raised
By his stripes, I am
I'm
healed. Period.
That's right. I'm healed by his stripes.
Yes, yes.
And
So,
another thing, he said, bring all your burdens to my feet. I'm like,
yes,
you
let
know,
that
see,
stuff
we
go.
don't listen.
That's
I
heavy.
do. I do. I be trying to listen.
We have to. I don't care how small of a thing it is. I take everything to God, honey. Everything. I ain't worrying about nothing. I'm like, okay, yep, it just happened like this. And that's what people think, you know, when they say, how you so positive? It's not that you don't go through anything.
Right.
It's just you watch how you go through it, and then you reassure yourself with the things that you know, that foundation of faith, you know, for those who are faith-filled, that's the foundation. So it's like, no, I'm not perfect. You can call me positive Polly, or you just always want to find a good thing, but you have to. If you don't, the way it's set up, honey, you say one thing, people gonna add to your problems. You be like, yeah, because this happened. They gonna be like, yeah, girl, because me. And then they topping stories. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Like, I'm not in competition with you.
Period.
Right.
Hey, Leon, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today. Thank you. Hey, Jeremiah Smith. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, if you are just joining us, we are talking about investing in your body and what that looks like. And we're talking with AJ today. She's telling us a little bit about her story. So I want you to share with the audience, how did you find out you had cancer?
I had found out I had cancer because I went for a colonoscopy. My cousin had wanted me to take her to get hers because I didn't know you had to be put under or whatever. So she did. She's like, can you take me? And I did. And then we talked about it afterwards. She's like, you need to schedule one. I said, you're right. I'm going to go on and get mine scheduled.
Yeah.
And I did for personal reasons because I was experiencing some issues with my health that I knew wasn't right about my body, because I'm very in tune to what's going on with my body.
Yeah,
which
as you
people
should.
be.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people aren't. And us as a society, black people, we don't go to the doctor like
That's
we're
true.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So the complications I was having made me further want to go, which was, I'll speak on it. I saw blood in my stool. I was cramping real bad in my stomach.
Okay.
And I had to, women would know this, men wouldn't. I had to bear down to have a bowel movement.
Okay.
And that's not cool.
That's not normal.
No.
So make sure you watching your body.
Right. Because you have to.
Yeah.
And with that, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to schedule my colonoscopy. I called my same cousin that I took to hers, you know. I said, I need you to take me.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, you know, I'm going in it with a positive attitude, because when they told her, oh, we got a couple of them, those that, you know, they call them polyps, and they get them, they're but you know, cancers or whatever. And then they send you on your way. And we get there and they say, Ms. Blount, after I come out, and it's like, you have a tumor.
Oh, Lord.
Like, oh, okay. I don't know why I knew what it was, but I did. And
You kind of
when
had
he
a
said
feeling
it-
already?
Yeah, I had a feeling. And when he said, oh, I don't know what it is, he said, but we're going to cut it out. He said, and you young, you going to snap back from this. He was like, we're going to see what's going on, and I'll call you Monday.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. I was working at the hospital. I had already talked to my boss. He came along. We was sitting in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And I got the phone call. The doctor was like, Ms. Blount, blah, blah, blah. He was like,
Yeah.
the doctor. I said, okay. He say, you have cancer.
Wow.
And I think it hit me, but it didn't hit me. So my boss got up and he started walking with me, because I'm walking out to the hallway, and we just end up going back down to the office. And he was like, I said, they say I got cancer.
Wow.
I said, so he's like, so now what? I said, well, I asked him, I say, so what now? My doctor was like, well, I'm going to need you to leave, because I was at work. He said, I'm going to need you to go straight to St. John Hospital and check yourself in, because my team is waiting for you.
Wow. Wow. How did that make you feel at that moment?
It hit me like a ton of bricks when I got in the office. I didn't do anything when he first said it. It's just when I got in the office talking to my boss, it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I broke down.
Wow.
And that was my first initial. And that was that.
Yeah. And that was your reaction.
That was that.
And then you got ready.
I
Put
had
your
to
boots
jump
on.
into gear.
Wow.
It's like, okay, what? I'm asking the doctor, okay, so what do I do? What's next? What we doing?
Ready.
You know, this is what I was on, because I ain't never dealt with it before, but this
Yeah.
is how I approach life.
Yeah.
In life, you got to approach it head on.
Definitely. You
know.
gotta, 10 toes down, you gotta be ready. And if you ain't ready, just say, I'm getting ready to get ready, honey. Because it won't just come off right off.
My
you
motto
know,
is
sometimes.
stay ready. So
Yeah.
you ain't got to get ready.
That part. I'm forever getting ready to get ready.
Hey.
I thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, if you are just joining, this is the live show, so you can call in. The number is 1-248-854-9850. We are talking to a special guest, Miss AJ. Again, we're talking about taking care of your body. And, you know, she's just sharing with us a story that affected her life tremendously, and what we may call a death sentence. It really was the start of her life. Is when she, you know, took life, you know, by different horns. And sometimes we have different things in our life that can, you know, kind of get us back on track. And I think this is one of those things for her to just, you know, to look at life and see all the people that cared for her and the different things that was going on. So did you have support in this situation?
Yes. I wasn't expecting the type of support that I received, but yes, I had a lot of support, a lot of love. But like I said, I had to get my mind right first before anything, because I needed to receive what was coming at me, and so many people with their emotions, I had to be strong for them, because I said, they were like, C-word, oh my gosh. No, I ain't dead yet. No, I ain't dead.
Like, I'm still in this thing now.
Hey, let me fight
Simmer
first.
down.
Can I fight?
You done put your sleeve on. They like, wait.
Right.
She was ready. She was ready for, you know, ready to get down. Leon say, AJ is so strong. Yes, sir, she is. When you think about this, a lot of people don't make it, you know, and that's the reality of it, you know, but it is some people that if you make up in your mind, because first it happens there, and then you activate it with your actions, no matter what it is, we're bound to get through it. And so I want to encourage you today, you know, you may not be going through that, but anything you're going through, make sure it start in your mind. Start in your mind believing that you can do it, believing that you can get through it. If you are sick, believing that you'll be healed. It is a time for us to believe, you know, especially when all of these different things is happening around us, and it can dampen your belief. I want you to remain strong and try to remain in faith. It's very important, you know, in this time. So were there easy and accessible resources to help you on this journey?
We all like to think because we have insurance, or you don't have it, you got to get insurance.
Yeah.
It ain't all what it's cracked up to be. So,
In terms of what?
Finding out, about different tests leading up to, before you, so they found out I got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, now you need this test, because we have to do this test with this dye. They got to push it in me so they can see.
Mm-hmm.
And Melina says, oh, well, you can get the test, but it's 14 days approval. What do you mean? So I got to wait 14 days to be approved so I could take this test before they can take me to the hospital.
To start your treatment.
To start surgery, to even remove the cancer.
Wow.
So, yeah, we fought that battle. So my doctor said, well, let me tell you something. He said, this is why he called me and said, go straight to the hospital, because they couldn't deny me coming through emergency.
Got you. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And whatever
Listen to your doctors.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I had the best team of doctors. I don't know where. I know where they came from. God.
Period.
There you go.
Everything you needed.
I had the best team of doctors.
He lined it up. So you won't say it was easy. It's there. And so when you think that everything is covered, I want to encourage you. Make sure you look over your health plans, your health care plans, even, you know, if you have somewhat good Blue Cross Blue Shield, you still want to look at the doctors you can go to and what it is that they service you for, or what they'll cover. It's very important. You know, God forbid something happens like this, something detrimental, it could even be life-threatening, and then you find out your insurance doesn't cover it. And so just make sure you check into that. Check into what your insurance cover and what they don't, because they really cover a lot of stuff. If you think about it, people have issues with their face, their hair, different things that you won't even think. Your veins, if you have issue with your legs, circulation, like your insurance cover these type of things. So make sure you dive into and look into your insurance and see what they cover. That's,
be proactive.
Yeah.
Be proactive.
That's really good.
Be proactive about your health. Be proactive about the insurance. Know things. Get to know things.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. What was your source of strength? When you think about that, of course we're going to say God, for real. Because he is Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. He got us. But if you can think of something.
I think what it was is that I believe a lot of my family and friends, as well as people, you're going to hear them say, oh, she's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm strong because I had to be.
I had to be.
I had to be strong. So
yes.
It's just everybody has this image of me that I am this strong powerhouse person, which I am.
Mm-hmm.
we
ain't gonna deny the obvious.
At some point, I'm still a woman, and we have wants and needs, and I hate that it took something for somebody to come baby me for a little while, and coddle me a little.
Yeah.
You be needing that sometimes, but just my son overall, because he was 13 years old, and to me that was not fair. Like, nah, I'm not.
Like, I gotta be here for my baby.
I'm gonna be here for you. Your mama not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Trust me. I wasn't. And like everybody else, they were. I had one cousin. She couldn't come over. Every time she see me, she want to cry. Girl, stop.
Oh God, no.
I love you.
Yeah.
I get it. Stop.
So that's a thing that we have to be conscious of when someone is going through something and we're putting our emotions off on them. Just like if you see a friend or somebody and they at a funeral and it's somebody that's really close to them, but they done had their time. They probably don't even have no more tears. And then we come like wanting this emotion from you, and then they don't get it, and they kind of judge if you care and if you... Let's stop doing that. Everybody grieve different. Everybody feel different. And even in this case, when someone is sick, you really want to be mindful of showing that you care. Because, a lot of times that, if I come and I'm snotting all over you, did that necessarily show you that I care? Or, how would that make a person feel that may be ill or sick and things like that? This is something that we really need to think about.
I don't think it makes me feel like you don't care. I just think you are like dealing with it from an emotional standpoint.
Yeah.
When I had a friend call the hospital, I was waiting for surgery, and everybody was coming down seeing me, so my room stayed off the hook. It was like a party,
You're loved.
And my aunt and uncle didn't play. They were there almost every day. Auntie Florence, Uncle No.
Yes.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to the fam.
Love y'all. But and my sisters as well. I don't want to just be naming people. But,
I know.
My son, and just I had somebody call the hospital crying, and they was like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Hold on." I had to try to catch who it was, and I say, "Who is this?" And they was just like, I said, "Get yourself together and call me back."
You know what?
I'm the one sick. What's wrong? What?
He said, well, I'm the one.
And I'm making
wow,
fun
I know what you
of it,
said.
But it was just,
like,
I am the one sick, and I love all of y'all. But guess what? This don't mean death. That's just what I wanted. I wanted to get that point across. Like, a lot of people do die, and a lot of people died from the kind of cancer I had.
Yeah.
So I thank God that I'm still here.
Yes. God, thank you,
and
Lord.
I took the, necessary steps. But, you just...
So just be mindful.
Yes.
When someone's going through, and if they're calm, you might need to match that energy a little bit. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't care, but you might want to match that. Mr. Rod, thank you so much for joining. He said, just know if something never challenged you, it'll never change you. Thank God for AJ testimony. Thank you so much, for real. Thank you guys on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Thank you guys for joining. We really do appreciate that. So how did it feel coming out of this onto the other side? Like, you mean I ain't got to do this no more? Like, how was that?
They have that
feeling.
Oh my God! Like, I felt like, I'm a different person. Not that I'm not that I was a bad person before. I don't know why I have to explain this to people, but I'm a different person. I came out of it with a very positive attitude.
Yeah.
I came out of it with a lot of positive outlook, a lot of things that as moving forward, I'm going to be different in doing, because I've grown. Mm-hmm. This was out of growth.
Yeah.
So going through that took me to this growth period where I am at. And so a lot of things I used to do or whatever is just not important no more,
Yeah.
Like, So I look at things differently. And like I said, my baby was 13 years old. 13. I wasn't going nowhere.
Period.
And I was determined not to go anywhere because of the fact that I wasn't finna let it beat me.
That's good. That's good. And that's encouragement to anybody. If you're going through anything, please don't give up. Please don't stop fighting. And if you can find any one thing to live for, let it be you.
But like you said, stress it. It's positive attitude. It starts within you.
Yeah.
You have to have a positive attitude. I don't care anything you do. People were like, are you mad you got cancer? I'm not mad because nobody gave me cancer.
Right.
First off, let's start there.
Yeah,
Who am I
let's
mad
start
at?
there.
Oh, God, no, I'm not mad. Nobody.
Yeah.
I believe God puts people, and He has His ones that He do. He puts them through tests. You gonna
Never
go through
give you
something.
more than what you can bear.
Hey, I don't think He would.
Yeah.
And I think He used me for that.
Yeah.
And I thank God I came out on the winning end of it.
Amen. I want to go back to something you said a little bit ago about being strong, but I'm still a woman. Because, honey, this strong woman whole little situation is dead. Okay? A lot of women just want to get back in place, so we don't want to be strong, like, everybody, oh, she got it, oh, you ain't calling, you ain't checking, you're not offering or whatever. A lot of women don't want to be in this position. We were put in this position even when it comes to sickness, when it comes to, any situation. When you see a woman that's just handling business, it's because she had to be that way. Not necessarily she chose to be that way. Some people go through certain things and then get that way. Yeah. Because of that. And so please don't ever assume when a woman is just moving through the motion and getting through that she doesn't need you. Whether you're a friend, a male, a female, it doesn't even matter your gender. When you see your strong friends, check on your strong friends. When you see strong women, check on strong women.
Amen. Amen.
I mean, I'm just saying, that's the real thing.
I mean, but it is. It's just, I like the fact that people think I'm strong. I like to believe that I'm strong because I have persevered, you know. But like you say, I want to just be.
I want to be a lady.
Yeah, I want to be a lady. I want to be vulnerable. I want to be, soft sometimes. I don't get to be that. So,
Got to be all hard, taking care of business.
Oh, my God.
I said, I'm tired of adulting.
I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
I'm for real. I told my children, listen, I need y'all to grow up. Nah, I'm tired of taking on everything. I'm just like, no. Right. I was that because I had to be that, not because I want to be. It's a lot of women that just want to be soft and be these women that, men can respect and honor and not treat any type of way. But you have a lot of women that want that, but they are put in these positions. Yes. No matter how you got in that position. Right. Sometimes it's a little detrimental how we get to these positions. You go through a whole lot. And that's why I even tell people about being positive. Man, and what? I didn't sit down on the couch and put my legs up and talked about my issues. I had to, because we go through a lot of stuff. 9 times out of 10, when you see a person that's chiseled and strong, they have went through some things. And so if you're just joining, we are talking about investing in your body. And we are talking about, my sister went through colon cancer and she survived. And that's what we're talking about now. You can go back to the things in the past only to make your point in the future, not to stay there. Right. And so I want to encourage everybody, don't stay in the past. Don't stay with that negative mindset. Don't let the things in the past dictate where you are right now in your future. It's very important just to be mindful of that. That's our job as individuals. We got to be mindful of that. So what's your motivation now? When you think about investing in your body after all of these things happen, you like, you know what? Let me get myself together. What does that look like?
Well, when I started going through when I was going through chemo, because it was a poison, a chemical that they pump into your veins, because they can't even inject it into your body. They had to put a port in my chest so they can inject the medicine through that. And that's what went throughout my body. But researching and learning what causes cancer. What are some of the things that, like, because we were conditioned to be a certain way. Like, we were raised, I wasn't raised on fast food, but it's a lot of people that are, and like drinking soda, like pops, and eating candy and different things, and just learning that some of this stuff is detrimental to your health. Some of this stuff is not even approved for us
in other
to be
countries.
eating oh my God.
I seen that. We over here
consuming everything that is not healthy.
Yeah.
And they're pushing it in the neighborhoods, the black
push the
community,
agenda.
to push the agenda of you're buying unhealthy food. And, what do the mom gets the food stamps? She goes to the grocery store, and I ain't knocking food stamps because I was on, I get them. I had got and what you buying? You buying all the juices. You buying all the cupcakes, all the pies, the cookies,
the
cereals. The cereals, the shit, the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I looked at my son, I say, I ain't never gave you Kool-Aid in your life. We don't drink that.
Wow.
It's just certain things I refuse to put in my body, because when you know better, you do better.
That's good.
And learning and researching, because this is me and I want to live and I want to be my best version of me, and I'm getting older and I'm not in my 20s anymore, so I have to change my lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. It's not just I want to look
ready.
good.
Like,
oh yeah.
Tuck it in, pull it in. And...
Oh my God. This is not that I wanted to go. I didn't get a BBL, y'all. I was out here exercising. I mean, now, yes, I had surgery on my stomach.
Yeah.
Because they cut into my muscles.
Okay.
And they had to remove, it was called a lapendectomy. So what they did was pull the tumor through my stomach, out of my colon.
Okay.
And they fused me back together, my colon. So it left my stomach like, how we are sometimes.
Yeah, of
I
course.
had this fold in my stomach. It was, like a permanent fold.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You're like, I ain't feeling this.
No, I got a little nip tuck
Ain't nothing
on
wrong.
that. And ever since then, I just wear my waist trainer. I train 3 days a week because somebody made me accountable.
Hey, okay.
I had all the excuses in the world, but you got to be accountable. So I started doing my 3 days, and I was researching the foods, and I just changed my whole lifestyle.
That's good. That's real good. How are you motivating others right now? Let us know a little bit about your platform. How are you motivating others?
I have my social media platforms, like my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok. At first, I didn't know how to use them. I was on there like everybody else. Okay, but I wouldn't do nude pictures. I wouldn't do swimsuits or that. I was like, wait a minute, okay, and I was taking
Gotta
pictures
be mindful. He be screenshot out here.
So I was taking pictures of my face, and a lot of guys was like, why you only take pictures of your face? Because I didn't know how to take, they didn't know I didn't know how to work the angles of the phone.
You over here
Right,
getting nothing but eyeballs.
That's it. And then I started really, my little cousins, they showed me how to do the angles and started taking pictures of my body. And then my son went and bought me this little thing where I could take pictures and not even touch the phone.
Oh,
so I got good with
fancy.
it. Got real fancy. But then I started taking pictures of my body, and I saw, oh, okay, so this could be something. But that wasn't what I really wanted to represent.
Okay.
I wanted to find something because I come from something.
Okay.
And I've evolved from that. We ain't going to talk about that. That's another show.
That's another show.
But
growth, okay?
Growth.
Hallelujah.
Amen,
Don't judge nobody because we grow up.
Okay. We do. We don't stay where we at. So with that being said, it's just I was talking to a friend. I ain't going to name no names. We all know this friend.
Okay.
They were like, you need to do this. And I was like, you right. And I kept
Not the
playing
Players
with it.
Club. Use what
Man,
you got.
to get what you got. So I really did. I got serious about my workouts because I've been working out most of my life, period. It's just I got serious this time about my workout.
Good, yeah.
And I made myself accountable because they was lighting the fire under my butt. So now I'm doing it.
Period.
So now I post 3 days a week.
Okay.
I post on all platforms. I put whenever I post on Instagram, I post on Facebook,
Yeah.
I post on TikTok.
Okay.
So everybody get to see it,
Everybody get the work.
Everybody get to work.
And how can people reach you? I know you were on live. Is it still on live?
Nah.
You say what's up to the peoples you got off of there?
I got off of there and they was on there and then everybody kind of left out.
Okay.
Okay, my Instagram is...
Yeah, let everybody know how they can follow you.
On Instagram, I'm Ajane, the original one. So that's AJENATHEORIGINAL number 1. Mm-hmm. Ajane, the original one.
And what about your
On my
TikTok?
TikTok, I am... Let's see. I don't know why I don't know this stuff by heart.
It's okay. And if you are just joining, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. I'm here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Ajane 111141.
And that's TikTok.
That's TikTok. And then we'll go to Facebook.
And
I'm Mercedes
Facebook?
Ajane on Facebook. Mercedes Ajane.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button. Make sure you share. Put a comment in. I see you a couple people watching. I see you watching. Make sure you put a comment in. Let me know that you are here. This is a live show and you can call in. I don't know why it's not going across the screen. But my social media is Vaquita Taylor on all social media platforms. So you make sure you call in. If you want to donate to this wonderful cause, this wonderful podcast, you can cash app at $ capital Q Rising. Again, there is giving opportunities. When you see people doing good, you want to invest in that good. There is always an opportunity. There's always something that's going to be done. So how are you investing in your body? You said you're working out 3 days a week. You're watching what you eat. Is it like not eating meat? You watching your water intake and all that good stuff?
I don't drink no pop.
Okay.
I don't consume things with high fructose corn syrup in them because that's a foreign agent. Our bodies don't recognize it. It's a lot of things, but I'm very limited to sweets. I don't eat a lot of sweets. I probably consume more chicken, turkey, and seafood than anything. Red meat is a bummer for me. Every now and again, I'll eat
Every
it.
now and then, I might
can't
get a little
take it.
special.
But I could really eat vegetables for real. I love vegetables. I
Yeah.
love salads.
Yeah.
I love to drink water. Drink water all day.
Yeah.
My sweetest thing that I can drink is my pure leaf tea.
Okay.
So I will.
And
drink
that's
my tea.
that's as far as you go with the sweet.
Well, I didn't say that was as far as I go. I just said I limit myself. But no, everything is in moderation now. I
Yeah,
really
for sure.
don't eat like I used to. Like, oh, candy was my thing. Not no more.
Yeah, that was me when I was younger on the dentist appointments. Okay. Thank you so much, Fred. Mr. Wilson, I see you. He said, yes, transparency. Mr. Rod said, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. Okay, that's a way.
Thank you.
Definitely a way to look at it. How do you think people should start investing in their body? I know you were talking about being proactive. What does that look like for somebody that may not be that motivated, though?
Okay. And if you're not motivated, like I said, you do. It starts with yourself. Don't look at it as a diet. It's not a diet. And it's something that you need to be incorporating in your everyday life anyway. If you got time to sit and watch TV, you can get 30 minutes to some jumping jacks. If you can't do some jumping jacks, you got stairs in your house, you could do those.
Yep.
If you, so a lot of people invest in gym memberships
Yeah.
and gym equipment, and it just be sitting there. My mama had, oh my gosh, she had a
Hey.
treadmill forever. It was a clothes horse.
Yeah, they need some motivation.
Right. So watch me. Go to my Instagram page, my Facebook.
Give
my
them that
TikTok.
Instagram one more time.
Instagram, Ajane, the original one. Watch me on Instagram. A lot of people say I'm motivating them. I thank
That's
y'all for
good.
that. Whoever's saying, all the ones that I see the comments, I try to keep up. It's so many of them, but
Yeah.
I try to read everybody and give a little heart. But thank you so much. I mean, I show people you can work out without equipment.
Yeah.
If you don't have a gym membership, if you got a chair, a couch, some cans, some whatever at
Yeah.
home, you can work out at home easily.
Wow.
and lose weight, but you gotta watch what you eat. You can't work out and be like, oh, I'm finna eat these chips and drink this orange soda right here.
And wait for them sides to slip down.
You know, and then be like, well, why she? Now, everybody is not like me. Everybody's not gonna wear a waist trainer. I trained myself to do that.
Okay.
So
people be like, ain't nobody doing all that.
girl, how you do? You don't have to be me. You ain't gotta do that, but you can start somewhere.
That's good.
Cut the pop out. Cut the junk food out.
Yeah.
Just, try to get on a healthy kick for at least a week and see how you like that.
Yeah. At least a week.
You feel good.
Oh
when
my
you-
God.
You know what I'm saying?
So much better. It takes you back to your
feel good.
original state. I definitely feel.
It makes you happy. It makes you. I mean, I feel good. I'm not hurting or slumpish or just
tired all the time. You see people that's always tired. It's like, wow, you really got to think about your bodies. All your cells that are they're working simultaneously. Everything is just working in there.
Right.
And we working on the outside. We just doing our thing. But just think about your body too. So again, this is investing in your body. And again, people are literally investing in their body when it comes to boobs and butt and this and that. But again, when you do that, you need to line up with the whole body change. Mentally, your soul, your spirit, your attitude, your sense of entitlement or who you think you are or thinking more of yourself than you should. All of this stuff need to be taken into account. So we're not talking about investing the coins to get the surgery. We're talking about, and if you do that, that's your business. Nobody's mad about it. Everybody that has something. I had surgery, veins on. I have different things that I did to make sure I'm good.
Right.
But not knocking that, but this show is talking about investing in your body so that you can ultimately be the best version of yourself. Leon, I am so glad that you guys are talking about investing in your body. We need that as a society. Crystal say, that's the workout. I need the info. Go ahead, Crystal. Follow her on social media. Give your social media one more time.
Social media for Instagram is Ajane, the original one. And then Facebook, we have Mercedes Ajane. And on TikTok is Ajane with the 4 1s behind it.
And she is taking what looked to be a death sentence coming out of colon cancer and creating a whole new world for herself. God had allowed her, to fight this thing and live to be able to encourage you in that. And so again, if you are just joining, make sure you do the necessary work. Take the steps you need to take, whether it's one step, just one in front of the other, okay? Just don't stop movement. A lot of times people are stopping movement and they are being left behind. Don't be left behind. Keep moving. This is your lane. It's your race. You have to own it. And so that's what this is about today. So experiencelife.com, we talked about a few ways to invest in your body. So when you think about sleep, a lot of people say you sleep when you die. That's the most craziest thing we've been taught.
Do you know we were meant to enjoy life?
But you better say it again.
We were meant for that. Like, we're supposed to be on a trip right now.
Like, for real, okay?
But I don't like when people say that, and like I invest in a lot of natural. I'm into natural herbs.
Yeah.
Too. I'm into herbs. I'm into a lot of natural things. So it's like a lot of unnatural stuff. I've been detoxing from my body, eliminating, and you can tell, you feel it, you see it.
You do feel it.
Your skin changes.
Yep.
Everything kind of like just it brightens up when you doing the right things, when you putting the right ingredients in. Then the chili, like I made the chili. I think I told you I had put the turkey meat in there.
Yeah.
Cut up the bell peppers and the onions.
Yeah.
And when you putting that love in there, you
That
pouring love into yourself.
That part.
You have to. Anything you do.
Shopping in the kitchen, being present. I told my children, do not leave the kitchen when you're cooking. I literally stay in the kitchen the whole time when I'm cooking. Because, honey, I used to burn some stuff, but it wasn't on purpose. It was being distracted. Don't be distracted.
Right, don't be distracted. But sometimes, say one more thing on that. I had to take time to myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do that and not being selfish. And I know a lot of my friends are.
It is being selfish.
I had
it's
to
okay.
be. I mean, not toward them like being mean selfish.
Yeah.
Just I had to be good selfish because I needed that time for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't be the best me if I'm not investing in me.
That's
or
good.
Taking time for me.
Definitely. We're talking about investing in your body. You have to invest in your sleep. You have to invest in you. I say live, so you don't have to worry about death.
Amen.
If you live in your life, you're not worried about when that's going to happen. You know, it's a destiny for all of us. But if you're not living and you're not being proactive and you're not being conscious and present, then of course you will be thinking like, I ain't going to do that, this and that. And then you'll be living in a hysterical way, or, you looking at everything sideways, or you always on edge. And that's just not how we were meant to live. I cannot believe a good and loving God that we serve, that creator that created us to create, said, I'm going to put them down here and work them to death.
No.
And they won't be able to enjoy anything. That's a lot of this is our doing. And so I just want you to, take that moment of self-accountability to say, hey, what can I do different? My body tells me, what's going on. I'm like, oh, wait, I don't like the way that feel.
It will.
Like I had went on a business trip, and Crystal can, attest to it. Man, they fed us so much that I was like, I am fasting. I don't want to see any food. It was so much food. It was a smorgasbord. But if you don't stop yourself, I know that one day, I was there 5 days. The one day I learned my lesson. I was like, oh my God, I'm so full. I'm so full. It was so uncomfortable. I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Because your body will tell you like, okay, you straight. But then I'm just going. Man, my stomach was hurt. I couldn't even sleep. Talk about sleep. My stomach was on 10. So listen to your body. When you think about making that commitment to rest, it's important. That's an investment to say, you know what, on this day, because I have my day on Tuesday now, I say I'm not doing nothing. I ain't, making all my appointments on this day, because you need a day of rest. You need a day to yourself, a day to just
you need
chill.
more than a day, but I get you. You got
You know what I'm
how
saying?
you can get it.
You got to get it how you can live. Because if you all over the place, you working, you got to drop off and pick up and all this stuff. Then you were like, okay, this day, I'm not doing none of that.
I'm retired.
You know what? Okay. It must be nice.
Nice, I can really invest in me. No.
Yes, this honey said she is retired.
My baby
Okay.
18, he done graduated here in college.
Okay.
Okay.
Amen. Another thing is move around. I'm just talking about a few ways to invest in your body. Move around and keep your blood limbs flowing, and delivers oxygen and nutrients to all of our cells. So I noticed that, if I'm standing on my feet a lot, my legs start hurting, and I'll just like rub them like up and down just to kind of get the blood flowing. So you can do that with your arms. You can do that with your legs. Just make sure you're giving your body some attention. Meditate. I need to do my 30 minutes.
That's big.
She said, oh my God, yes, I stopped eating for 3 days. Yes, Crystal, for real.
But
'cause,
you
honey,
can't stop eating. That's the thing.
I mean, when you fasting.
Okay, fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because I did a fast,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I don't want to see no food. I turned off social media. I turned off everything. And so,
That's big.
yeah, just kind of pulling back from that. So every day, I kind of hone in on my energy, and I do take 30 minutes. I pray throughout the day. I'm definitely in tune and in touch, but I make sure 30 minutes, I may do a guided meditation where, I lay there for 30 minutes uninterrupted, and I allow myself to feel. I allow all the thoughts to go through different
Peace,
things.
be still.
Yes. So all of, when you meditate, because people say they can't do it, but you have to allow your mind to go through the motion until it calms down. It will calm down. You just got to be patient with yourself. And so this is encouragement these are ways to invest in your body. Stay hydrated. I know we were talking about drinking that water. Drinking that water, making sure your body is made up of water, but you got to keep drinking water, eating foods with water, and different things like that. So stay hydrated. Fasting. I talked about fasting because it is, intermediate fasting is good. You have to, really take into account what your body is talking to, what your body is saying.
Right.
If you're tired, you'll get irritable. You got to look at those different signs. You know, not getting enough sleep, what'll happen? Eating too much, what'll happen? You know, just all these things, just pay attention, you know, to your body. So fasting will be good for you to get your spirit man back together. You know, that helps us like, okay, I've been a little angry this week. Why am I feeling this way? Or I'm thinking about somebody a certain way and it's not really feeling good in my spirit.
Right.
And so when you're fasting, now you can take into account all of these things and look at it from a different perspective. Another way is taking digital breaks. Cannot stress this enough. Pull back from social media.
Right.
Social media can take you down a rabbit hole you are not strong enough to pull yourself out of. So make sure you be careful with that, because you'll start comparing yourself, you know. If you're single, you want to be married. If you don't have kids, you want kids. And if your kids out the house, you want your kids out the house. Somebody got a man, you don't know what they're going through.
Amen. Amen. Oh, my God. Amen. Wait a minute. Hold on.
You like, wait a minute, let me talk about that. Talk about this digital break.
No, because when you say digital break, like I know I'm on here on a regular, but what I tend to do is post and get off.
Yeah.
I don't stay on there. I don't scroll and go to, I post and I get off, because I try to stay positive with the post that I'm doing. So I try to stay in that mindset, because like you say, people get sidetracked.
Yeah.
They get to comparing things. Oh, well, Susie May and them over there getting ready to go to Dubai. I want to go to Dubai. So, I mean,
right. Like, dang, I'm not doing nothing with my life.
Right.
Even though you just overcame something or did something.
People only gonna show you the best version of them on here anyway. They not gonna show you like when I was going through cancer. I'm gonna pull some of them pictures out and post them when I was going through chemo. Oh yeah, I got some of them.
Oh wow.
I ain't ashamed. But
yeah,
people only want to show you, oh, we having fun over here. We doing this, or we
living it up.
Yeah, I know. And so it's just, you got to take that break. You have to. So I just post and I get off of there. And people are like, well, I sent you a message. I don't read none of that. I just post and I get off.
Yeah, when you have time, I'm sure you get to the messages.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not.
Just look, they gonna be like, forget you then.
I see all of y'all. Not like that, but like on there, like,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because you could definitely get sidetracked and don't get nothing done.
Oh my God.
Honey, you can be trying to just get back to somebody's message and end up at Walmart in aisle 5 for 50 minutes replying and scrolling. You'd be like, why is people just standing there, honey? Because once you get into a little conversation, you just gone. So come back. Come back. So again, take that digital break. Exercise. I know I was on it at some point, man. Like, I would get up, do my exercise. It was like everything was working good. Then I got distracted. And it was so hard for me that I was like, well, shoot, I'm straight. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't looking like too bad. You know, I start giving myself excuses and going through the motion. But I felt so good when I got up at 4 a.m. I started working out. I was on my little regimen. Then I got distracted.
You feel better when you stick on your regimen.
Help
you
me.
Need me to help you? Okay, I'm going to call you.
I'm like, just if I could just get up and just stretch. I make sure I stretch every day, though. I do make sure I stretch.
First and foremost, most important thing is stretching.
Yes, I make sure, because the job that I have, I do use my body a little bit more than my brains, but that's about to change. Mark my words.
Amen.
But yeah. So some people, like I said, they invest in themselves cosmetically, but don't get the mental stimulation that they need. So make sure you make those changes. There are therapists, there are coaches in place to help you with this alignment. So the internal can match the external. You have coaches or, people that can help you work in it. I am a certified life coach, by the way, plug, and I am taking new clients. If you know me, you know. So you can hit me up on that tip. Matter of fact, go to my website, www.thecreativeemotions.com. Make sure you go and check out the website and just put a submission in and inquire, and I will get back with you. So what happened to the friends that get left behind? We need to think about this while we running down the last 5 minutes. You think about Are you not taking those necessary changes because you're thinking about your friends that you may have left behind? You have to be selfish at some point in time in this journey and with these, particular things. And what happened to the relationships when you start investing in your body and they don't? How does that work? Now you like, oh, you ain't gonna get up. Now you're feeling good about yourself and your, significant other like, okay, I ain't doing all of that. Are you mindful of that? Are you mindful of these different things that are happening around you while you're trying to change? Everything around you is still moving and people around you are still moving. So just be mindful. This is your journey. This is something that you're doing for yourself, and it will better the people around you if you're a better you. And so I do want you to be, encouraged in that. Prosecution sometimes come with change. Yeah. Oh, you think you all that? Oh, you done lost this weight. Oh, you done did this and you think and that's gonna come.
Why are you touching on personal stuff?
I'm just saying, honey,
like,
it happens.
real.
I'm sure,
it's real.
People can definitely attest to this. If you're trying to move up in your job, whatever you're doing, who you think you is and who she thinks she is and who he think he is, and you're gonna deal with that kind of stuff.
But why do I gotta feel like I'm something, or why you gotta think of it in a negative kind?
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, I'm proud of this sister. She come from this, so
yes.
This is where she is now. Oh, I'm so.
That's a mindset.
See, that is where I try to change as well, because when I meet women, typically because they have attitudes, we do tend to, but I greet you with I greet you with kindness. I greet you with peace. I greet you
as you
with,
should.
Like, I don't know you from Adam, so hey, girl, you look good today. Oh, that's it. Like I said, that's a beautiful purple sweater.
Yes, y'all wearing purple. That's why I was like,
But you have to, and I think if you start off with that foot, if they come negative, then that's on them.
That's on them.
9 times out of 10, they're not.
You're going to get these good vibes.
Yep. 9 times out of 10, we're going to put them vibes on them.
It's coming. I'm knocking you out with them. You're going to leave like, what was I even mad about?
She don't know.
I don't even know
why she came in here with an attitude.
So look, I want to talk about one of the scriptures. It's 1 Timothy 4:8. This is the King James Version. For bodily exercise profited little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and that which is to come. And so your life the way you are now, and then the life that you're going to have, when you align with this whole thing, you invest in your body, invest in your mind, invest in your mental health, invest in your heart, those things that broke your heart and make you feel away, or you haven't got over, if you're holding unforgiveness, whatever it is that you're going through, these are things that you need to invest in. If you have nothing else to do, you don't have time to gossip, you really don't have time to watch TV, you don't have time to waste time, invest in you. And so that is what this show was about. I pray that you guys got something. I thank you so much for joining me tonight. I want you guys to make sure you meet me here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Guess what? Tomorrow, I am having poetry and conversations.
I'll be there.
It's a vibe. You hear me?
A whole vibe.
21573 Grand River. It is a $10 cover. Again, it's poetry. It's open mic. So you can come if you know how to sing. If you have an instrument, you got some dope poetry, come and bless the mic. And then we're going to have conversation. We're going to have a time to be intimate with other adults where it's a safe space to be able to kick it. Where do you have that at? This is exclusive. I need you guys to meet me there. Again, you can inbox me if you need more information. It's always good to invest in your body, but don't forget to invest in your soul and your mind and you, because you're dynamic. Just remember that. AJ, I want to thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Again, meet me here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Guess what? I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mwah.
Peace.